Welcome back, everyone. This is J7J bringing you more Rendezvous, and this time we're on the Knights Templar. So, if you know the faction or if you played FFT before, you're gonna be familiar with the enemies we're gonna face just based on the name. And this is also the first Rendezvous mission where we're gonna be facing a series of battles. So, it's gonna be longer and a bit more challenging for the most part. And I really recommend using females for this battle, as we're gonna, like, the enemy, they can inflict negative status ailments and etc. There's also the machinist barrack, and I also recommend, I don't use it here, I believe, at least on the grass, safeguard, as we'll be facing knights and divine knights, and they're a pain. Also, Isloot here is a knight blade, and he can break your equipment as well. So it's a tough one. This first battle isn't too bad, as there's squires and archers here. So another very good reaction ability, like I always mention, is to use Blade Grasp or Shirahadori. Like, you'll completely nullify most of their attacks. Although I'd be a little more worried about Weegraf, as he hits hard. So yeah, Malidal, she does not have Safeguard on. Like, if you want to play it safe, Safeguard is the way to go. And here's the Judgment Blade. Such an iconic ability, and the first one you're gonna see in the very first battle of Final Fantasy Tactics. So I like Judgment Blade, but here's Hollow Bolt from Weegraf, going 396. He does hit hard, man. Oof. Level 99 Weegraf, and there's Islude. Thank God that Ren Helm didn't happen. It was 72%. It would have been bad for us, but that's more power and reason to use Safeguard and Shirahadori. Like, I'm being kind of a hypocrite here. I'm saying, like, hey, you should use these abilities, but I don't have them on my character. Well, I'm not using them for the video, but it's just what I really recommend. Like, if you're having a hard time with these battles, or if RNG isn't on your side. So with Malidal here, I do want to get rid of Weegraf. He is more of a problem because that damage is so high, and Malidal can do quite a lot of damage, as she has Chaos Blade. She's a Capricorn, and Weegraf's a Virgo, so I like my numbers. So no 999, unfortunately, because of the Save the Queen. But it is what it is. And Isloot falls. He's like a knight. He's like a buffed up knight, essentially. He also has passive concentration, so he's good, man. I wish he had something a little more special, maybe like a Divine Knight ability. But I guess because he's the youngest one, it makes sense for him to be a little bit weaker than, you know, Malidal and Full Marv. So I can kind of see that, but, you know, the young guy can also be really strong too, right? Like, you see Ramza, like, his power level, like, his end game level, dude's a beast. You don't want to mess with him. Like, he is the toughest Beowulf. He is the toughest SOB in Ivalice. And there we go. I'm just checking out the equipment on Weegraf. And we finish it right here with Cleansing Strike or Split Punch. Such a cool looking one too. That sword, and then the particles. Oh man, I just love Holy Knight. The abilities from Holy Sword look so cool. So it does get harder from here. Well, actually, maybe the second one is easier. You're gonna see what. Yeah, so the second one arguably is easier just because of magic. So if you're running low faith, essentially, and Ribbon, like, they're not going to do anything. Which I like to use, like, Low Faith. And they're, like, really grouped up all the way over there. So, like, use that move plus 3, and you're going to have a really good time. Like, Lytle's doing here with Abyssal Blade. Like, imagine if she was min-maxed with, like, 99 attack. Oh. So that's also another strat, too. Buff up your character through the Degenerator Trap. Oh, man, I couldn't, really talk there. So I'm just showing what, Clishan, or his new name, Cletine, I don't like his new name. I think Clishan sounded, way better. Just like, Rofel. Yeah, this is like Loffrey. So it sounds like Jeffrey, but not as intelligent. I'm sorry. If your name's like Loffrey, he's like commenting in the comments like, hey, how dare you? But yeah, this one's a quickie. They don't even want to attack. But he's gonna try and get a raise off. And Time Mage is using Cure. So the Sorcerer does have some cool magic, like Unholy Darkness and Flare. He does have some strong magic spells. And I remember in the PS1 version, like, I thought he had, like, for his class, every single magic in the game, because it said all magics. And that Unholy Sacrifice gets rid of 2 of them. And now the Black Mages are the only ones standing, so not that bad. If Grice gets their turn, and they just lined up perfectly for a Hollowed Bolt, which I do here, and it saves me time. And we're moving on to the third one. So this third one will take a while, because there was a guy with a gun in the Knights Templar, Barrack or Bulk. Really like his sprite. I think it's a cool sprite. And that hair reminds me of a Wolf, the dentist Stanton from Stanton, whatever, from the Mighty Ducks. If you watch that movie, I know most of my audience were a bit on the older side, so oh man, it sucks to get up there in number, but I'm glad that, you know, in our lives, you know, with work, family, and etc., we can sit back and enjoy FFT, and I appreciate the us older veterans just sitting back and enjoying the game. So you just want to take out the enemies one by one if possible. Divine Ruination is going to be your friend here. And Barrack, he's like Mustadio on steroids, and I think he has Arcane and Defense Boost. Those are his passive abilities. Like, the dude's tough. But yeah, for these fights, if possible, you want to try and take out multiple enemies with each action. So I'm going for Divine Ruination. And for this one, try to go after the chemists, as, you know, Phoenix Downs. They're going to be so annoying. The orders as well, if you're not running Ribbon, they can, you know, use Speechcraft. Inflict negative status elements. Barrett, he is also a very good target as well, just because he can disable you and immobilize you. So if you're not running Ribbon, he can be a problem. So you saw that chemist earlier use Arts of War, which, again, another reason to use Safeguard. And this guy's using Intimidate. Oh man, minus 20 bravery. That's gonna take that actually hurts us. So Ribbon does not protect you against that, unfortunately. And there's praise, nowhere near as good as Ramza's Steel. So like Ramza, man, he's like Ramza and Lucio, they're like better, improved squires, and yeah, they're just kind of a mixed package, like a very probably like one of the more unique jobs, now that I think about it, or roles in Final Fantasy history. Because what, he's like kind of, he's like a knight because he can equip knight swords, right? You can equip heavy armor. He can cast Ultima. But he's kind of like a blue mage because he needs to get hit in order to learn Ultima. So yeah, Rams is quite interesting for a Final Fantasy character or tactics. So Shida Hadori is completely avoiding their attacks. So he has Blaster on and Safeguard. So maybe Malidal is not the best person to use unless you use Darkness and have Sanguine Sword or Crushing Blow. So I get rid of the chemists there, because I don't think I can KO him within one attack. I probably need two. And there we go. There's the chemist with the 30. That epic heal, man. Like, I feel like the late game enemies, they should use stronger stuff. Like, if they have items on, it's got to be like X potion or elixir. Oh my gosh, I lost 40 bravery. But don't worry, things will reset after this. So don't fear about losing equipment and etc. if you're playing on the PSP version. And I want to say I go after the chemist here with Malidal. Because yeah, just Phoenix Downs and they get their CT back and they start moving. It's annoying. So definitely go for the chemists first. Then bulk. Dude, that's 702 HP, man. I wish Mustadio had those stats. But yeah, dude, like the Knights Templar. Someone did suggest on making a video about them. I might have to. Just like, give some of their backstory and, what ifs, etc. We may do that. And Malidal, probably go after, this guy in the back, man. They're so spread out, so this one's, and potentially it's really hard if you don't run Safeguard and equip a ribbon. This one's a long one. So that guy's gonna cast what? Cure? Which isn't gonna do much because order stats aren't very good. I like the way they look though. It's like royalty. And I go for, Divine Ruination. Get rid of this guy, man. I'm saving the leader for last. It's like 300, and I think that movie, Leonidas was the last one to fall, but I think during the first wave on the final day of battle, he was one of the first ones to fall, unfortunately. And here we go. Crushing Blow on Bulk, and he eats it, man. 672. This guy is tough. Like, if you don't know how to counter magic guns and etc., or don't know what he has, like, defense boost and arcane defense. So there we go. They're just dropping treasure chests, crystals. But yeah, nothing worth stealing from any of these enemies yet. The Knights Templar is also, from my experience, back in the day when I used to farm equipment from these Rendezvous missions on my 2 PSPs. Unfortunately, I only have 1 PSP left. This was a popular place to get Brigand's Glove. Like, I had the best success in getting that item. And it's like the best accessory in the game. I was gonna say Taina Rouge or like Chantage, but for the males, you gotta think about the men too. Even though I like women, I gotta think about the men. And then I go for a Hellcry punch there. Just get rid of his Obelisk Tormentor. And I want to get rid of those knights, which I should have just moved 1 square to the right, and I would have been able to reach them. So we'll see why that was a bad move, because Full Marv, he can move up and hit me. and Lafrey, they hit hard. And I believe they have like 999 HP, or a lot of HP, even though it says question mark. So yeah, the crush armor there does a lot of damage. 528, destroys a Maximilian. So be very careful. And another reason to use Safeguard and Spark Bomb. I'm like, what? And the Dragoon just doesn't attack. Or Lancers if you're on the PS1 version. So, oh. One hit and you should be done, but that Cheetah Haruri is just saving my life. So, with Melidal here, I do want to take care of one of them. If I remember, he doesn't actually have 999 HP, but he has quite a bit. I was deciding what to do. Because I believe they have Safeguard. That's why I opted to use Crushing Blow instead. So he's down for the count, 999. Maybe he does have 999 HP. And here we have Agrias. I'm going to move up. He's a Capricorn. So Agrias will be very, very good with the damage. Because she's Cancer. He's a male and he's Capricorn. That's the best compatibility. So he can hit her really hard, but she can hit him really hard. So another advantage of being a female Cancer is she gets the best compatibility with the male Capricorns like myself. So another reason you want to use Capricorn, like if you're really good at the game, like in terms of speed runs and etc. It's the thing. And Melidal, she's a female Capricorn too. Dude, there's just so many good reasons why Capricorns are amazing. Muhammad Ali, J7 Jace. Like, I'm just kidding. But at least in the world of FFC, Capricorn, very, very solid. So, to render them completely useless, the safest bet. Ribbon, Safeguard. You can run Chantage as well. And you'll have an easy time. And this last Dragoon will fall. And this is it for the Knights Templar. I really recommend the ladies here. And follow what I do. Or what I say, not as I do. And you'll be successful with the Knights Templar. So we're going to be on the treasure wheel. And we're going to enjoy our 5-star rating. As well. Much longer than the previous Rendezvous uploads. But don't worry, there's a much longer one we're going to be seeing in the future. So a lot of bags here. I mean, I know we got ladies, but come on. And the guy's Caligay. Very underrated accessory. So, yeah, we're not joining them, man. They're corrupt. But we're level 5. And this is how you 5-star the mission. So, hope you found this helpful. Thank you for watching. And as always, more FFT videos to come. Take care.